Hi everybody, once again, here I am. First off, I wanted to thank everybody that watches my videos. It's fun making them, and judging by your comments and response, it looks like there are people just about in every country that are interested in firearms. And there have been so many made for so many years, and they're all interesting in one way or another. So I just wanted to say that. Thanks for watching. And I had this on my table during the last video, and it's a really unique gun. Again, I bought it because I've never seen one before or since. And you're probably all familiar with double shotguns for sure, and double rifles. Not that common, but they're around. And I'll just point this in your general direction. You can see it's a double rifle. But most of them that you've seen have a top lever that you move over, and then the barrel's tipped down. And that's a proven system which has been around for a long time. But on the other hand, there's a lot of moving with barrels and the receiver in that system. So when I saw a falling block, I just had to buy it. You all know the Ruger #1, and there are other falling blocks around, but that's just a single shot. And this is a falling block double. So you can see that you put the rounds in like a Ruger #1 single shot, and then of course you wouldn't be in this position. You would probably have the gun like this, or else the rounds will slide out. But anyway, and it's locked, and this one has an automatic safety. Push it forward and you fire. And of course I've shot this thing a few times. Nice gun. 9.3 by 74R is the caliber, and RWS makes that ammo. Probably someone else does too. Maybe Cellier and Bellot, I'm not sure. Anyhow, a lot of fun just to have a double that you don't have to break open. So you pop the rounds in. I went through that already. And then to unload, obviously lower the block. And then this one has just an extractor, so you can tip it down. Wouldn't be that difficult to design this or redesign this system and have a little ejector in there. On the other hand, these dangerous game doubles seem to be better when they're simpler. So maybe we don't need an ejector, and the extractor is sufficient. You can see there's no shortage of strength, and they even went ahead and put kind of a, I don't know, it looks like a race car reinforcement or something there. When I study these kinds of guns, it does cross my mind that these side walls should have been higher, I think. You can see that they milled away the receiver quite substantially, and the block is so massive and deep. The designer, whose name was Kalezky, and that's what it says on the block, Kalezky, Wien, which is Vienna. I guess he was so confident that this block is so massive and deep that it's not going to tip or do anything, and he's correct so far. Nothing happened, but I guess he was a little bit nervous about it, and therefore, this always reminds me of those old race cars, if you're familiar with them. So he put that in there, and once it's locked, I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether there's a realistic problem with these low walls, but it comes to mind. So anyway, a very simple device. You drive out this wedge, pop off the fore end. I won't bother doing it. I don't know why, but maybe because it's so simple. And then the barrels just pop off, and then you can put it in a travel case or what have you. You can see it's beautifully engraved. I think the engraving was done in Germany somewhere, but it might have been done in Austria. One never knows these things. It's quite an old rifle. I'm not sure when Kalezky made these, but it has all the features that one would expect in a quality gun. And I think this is French gray or kind of a nitride finish. I've never done anything with it other than shoot it at the range, but it doesn't seem to rust. It seems to be bulletproof, no pun intended. Oh, it has a claw mounted scope But with this 9.3 by 74, I hit everything at 200 meters with the iron sights, and if I ever were hunting with it, I'd probably, well, maybe use the scope at night or in the twilight hours or poor light conditions. And that is about it. A fairly short video, but nevertheless a very interesting rifle. And I have another falling block double that was built by Hagen. You might know that name, Martin Hagen. He makes, I think, the best single shot rifle these days, and used to know him quite well, and we kind of worked together on a falling block double rifle project, somewhat similar to this, but it doesn't look anything like this. In the end, this odd release here, which you can see, this always reminds me of a kind of a duck's bill thing, but it works. So there it is, another gun for the history books. And as always, thanks for watching.